She is from Claremont, Florida, over 30 years in the industry and has worked on movies like The Black Panther and Black Adam. Please welcome Nadia Jones to the show.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
So good to see your
You
beautiful face.
too. Oh my
God.
goodness.
Every
It's
time
so
I see you, it's
wonderful.
like sunshine. I'm not even joking. And
Oh my
I'm just so
goodness.
glad that I met you.
Yes.
We met actually on what show was it that we met on? It was like Jill Scott was on it. And
First Wives Club.
First Wives Club.
Yes.
That was the first time I met you.
Yes.
And you know how a lot of people that know me know I'm kind of quiet at first.
Right.
I'm trying to feel the energy of the person. And
Yes.
I'm just so glad that your energy was absolutely outstanding and
Oh
amazing.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You have a special gift and many gifts, I'm pretty sure. And I'm just so thankful and glad that you wanted to come on the show. So
yes, excited. I am ecstatic about being here. I had heard so much about you from the beginning. I think it was Lavora, the one that introduced me. Yes. So yeah, I've been Dee Dee, Deandra, Metzer, all of those people definitely told me how amazing you are.
Thank you.
And I was so ready to meet you. And when you said your name, I was like, oh my God, it's her. Oh, it's you. You were like so calm and relaxed and so personable. That blew my mind. So I was like, wow,
thank you.
Such accolades and such professionalism. I just thank you for even inviting me. I'm excited to be here.
So tell me about your life and in the industry and how you even got like the desire to want to do something like doing hair.
Right. So actually, it's crazy. My first grade teacher asked us what we wanted to be. And when I was in first grade, I said I wanted to be a hairstylist. I wanted to be a model. And there's one more other thing I wanted to do. At that time, it was called a beautician.
Yes.
And as time evolved, I think I was around, my dad used to take us around 10 or 11 to get our hair done. My dad was a pastor.
Oh, wow.
And he pastored for about 30 years before he passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 7 of us total.
Wow.
Sisters 5 brothers and 1 sister.
Wow.
So you can imagine how much fun we had. So by the time my dad used to take me and my sister to get our hair done to kind of live some, burden off my mom. So I used to watch, and I think I was about 11 when I got my Jerry curl. When I got my Jerry curl, I started being kind of interested at that time in hair because I knew my mom wasn't able to do a lot. I was like, oh, I want to look like her on TV, la la la. And by the time I think I got the Jerry curl, it wasn't the best, but I came on through. And I actually did I was in 7th grade, and I did a talent show. We did a little singing in my family. So I was singing Babyface. So, I got a little encouragement. I think it was 2 occasions. That was so long ago. Yeah. So then after that, my hair started coming out. And then I decided to get a perm. And my neighbor, she was from Miami. I was like, oh, she know how to do hair. So she told me, she said, well, try to do the relaxer, wait a little bit. And I did it myself. So I got a Fabulaxer. I put the relaxer in, and I said, I think you just cut it straight. So I did it. I blow dried it, washed it, and it just turned out so beautiful. It had so much. My hair, like when you blow it out and stuff, it has a lot of body. So I was surprised. So at that time, I became interested. Around about 15, me and my sister met this man, and he was well known. He used to travel to California and do hair. So my dad used to send us over to get our hair done, and he really inspired me. His name was Tony Massolini. He really inspired me, and he started taking me to hair shows at 15. So that's how I got interested in doing hair. He's like, you're gonna be great, you're gonna do good. And so I actually, my 12th grade year of high school, that's when I went to hair school.
Oh wow!
And my 12th grade year of high school, and I was a little statistics for some that are coming up. I had my name was kind of like in a little statistic mode because I ended up getting pregnant, and I went to hair school. And sometimes when you have those hard situations that come in your life, you feel like, okay, my life is over.
Right.
I can't do anything. But I had her like right before that January ending of the 12th grade year, and I finished high school, and she was 5 months old, and I was so excited at that time. I had got my hair license.
Yes.
So that's when it all began. I was like, I'm gonna be a star. say I'm going to the ATL.
That's right.
I always wanted to live in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah, even when I was younger. So I got my ticket to Delta. I was so excited. I bought it 3 months early, y'all.
Okay.
I bought it.
Ready.
Yes. So I flew to Atlanta, and I went to the Bronner Brothers hair show. That was big back then.
Yes, it was.
And I had my fake Dooney Burke.
Okay.
Remember the Dooney Burke?
Yes, I remember the Dooney Burke bag.
Yeah, so yeah, that was exciting for me. I've always been the person that I love to have fun. I was really more outgoing when I was younger.
Yeah.
And my brothers and my sisters were like, y'all forget about her. I don't know what she gonna end up doing. So we always had a lot of fun in my family. It was great unity in my family. But after my dad passed away, I think I was 15 at the time when he passed. Of course, at that time, even though you're young, you start asking yourself questions like, what's next? Where am I headed? Where am I going to go? And at that time, all I knew was church.
Yes.
So it took me a long time to get to the point where I could do both.
Right.
Because even, the younger guys, they didn't know they could do football if they were in church.
Right.
So many things they said you couldn't do.
Yes.
So I got my license, and I moved along, and I did nails and hair at that time.
Wow.
I actually did nails for like 5 years. So I had to choose, which one, and I had a knack for hair. I went to Atlanta, and I said, I'm going to be a star, but really, I wasn't. I came on back to life. I came on back to reality, to life, and I wanted to raise my daughter, but I also wanted to be a role model for her.
Oh, yeah.
Even after those situations happen, you still can, achieve different things.
Yes.
So as time went on, I think I was around about 25. I opened my first salon.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, I opened my first salon in Altamont, Florida. I was 25 years old, and I was married at the time. So yeah, children came, and life.
Yeah, just life.
Life started happening, and I started singing and traveling. At the time, I was in ministry. We were on television at the time. I was on television for like 10 years with my pastor.
Wow.
And I was like in a balance with my hair life. I would do hair, I would do this, and I was like, Lord, I really want to do something, in the hair industry. Is that possible? I just said to myself,
right.
But of course you could have. I just didn't know the right people.
Yes.
So as time went on, I had my own salon. It was probably like 20 years or whatever. And then I heard about the industry. So that's kind of like my life and how everything panned out. And I just kind of waited my turn. I just said, when it's time, it'll open up, and I just began to relax in that. So.
Yes, that I so sympathize with you on a lot of those things, especially family and raising kids.
Yes,
and you having to kind of step back,
right,
and wait until God says yes, it's your time now.
Exactly.
That is the most difficult time. I'm gonna tell you,
it's
so difficult because your passion and your desire and your talent is saying, give me.
Yes, yes.
And then the back person
is
saying, hold on.
That's right.
Hold on for a second.
That's right.
Can you give some of our audience some motivation? Somebody out there is in that time right now. You know what I mean? And they're struggling, probably have children, and, a husband, and just life is happening right now. Is there anything that you can say to help them along that journey? Because I know I needed somebody to say, I needed somebody to say something.
Yes. When I was younger, because, my dad, like I said, he was a pastor. So we had to learn a lot of principles in the Bible. And at that time he was a pastor. So I was like, I think some PKs go through certain things because they're not a pastor. So they're not going to do exactly what you think they should do. Right. So I learned from the principle of humble yourself.
Yes.
So if you are going through that time and that season in your life right now, I would suggest that you become more charitable.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you become more charitable and become more of a giver. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if that every day you make some type of thing that you could do for someone. Make a phone call and just begin to sow into someone else. And as you sow into other people, then he also collects your tears in a bottle. He collects those painful, fearful, the rejection that you might feel, because a lot of times you have the talent and you have the gift.
Yes.
And it's like, you know, you ready to run. It's like, I know I got it. I know I can do it. Like I see somebody else do it. I can do that too. But like we were just mentioning, timing is everything.
Oh my God.
Because sometimes your maturity level is not there. So once you wait and you trust God, I remember I was so excited when I heard about the industry coming up here. And I said, oh, I'm so ready to go. I had my bag packed at the door and everything. I said, when they call me, I'm just ready. But when I talked to a mentor of mine, they mentioned to me, they said, well, how old is your daughter? And I said, well, she's about to graduate. She said, well, when she graduates, that's when the doors are going to open. Ooh. And so I had to relax because I could have just ran. But I'm telling you, when I waited, the doors begin to swing open and you'll feel the favor. God will send finances. God will send people to encourage you. But when David lost everything, it's a time in the scripture where David himself, he lost everything. He and the people that were following him were angry with him and they were upset. And they said, what's going on? Like, we lost our families. We in this war. You brought us out here. And David began to encourage himself in the Lord. He began to encourage himself. And as you can tell, I'm Christian based because, you know, that's my foundation. And I can sense that with my sister.
Look, anywhere I go, I can't help but bring God with me. He's already in me. So if he come out, I can't help it. I'm just listening. I'm just talking. I'm talking.
Exactly.
All we doing is talking.
That's right. Exactly.
But you can't help what's coming up out of you because it's been ingrained in you.
That's right.
So let's hit it. Let's hit it.
So being a servant, I think that's what's missing in a lot of industries. Is being able to follow. You can't be a great leader if you don't know how to follow.
Oh my God. And you better pray.
You can't. You can't. And you gotta thank God for what God is doing for like this young lady right here with the nomination and all the different things that the Emmy and everything that God is doing for her. Jesus. If you can't thank God and be happy in your heart, see, because God sees your heart. If you can't be happy in your heart for someone else, how can God bless you with something? So that I think that's the biggest thing about everything is to remain humble. And that comes through asking God to give you the strength. Because sometimes you don't have it. And you got to be real with him because he already knows and he already sees what's within you. But once you wait and you relax and you say, Lord, just how can I help someone else? Then after a period of time, you'll start seeing doors begin to open for you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I remember working at Great Clips years ago, and I worked for them for 8 years. And I remember just sweeping the floor. Like I every 2 seconds, I would just be sweeping the floor, sweeping other people's hair off the floor, just sweeping up everybody's station. And one day, that manager, he kept seeing me sweeping. He's like, you keep sweeping like you some kind of servant or something. And I just looked at him and I kept sweeping because I said, I'm just going to keep sweeping. And that's just something I just wanted to do to just kill some time. So if somebody came in, of course, I would stop sweeping and get them. But I don't know why I was sweeping like that. I was just doing it.
You want to help.
Wanting to help and just wanting to just kill some time at the same time. And I think about that all the time. I don't know why my mind always goes back to that, but it's a meaning in that. Like if you serve and if you continue to be humble and and just be thankful and grateful for where you are right now.
That is so true.
That is when God be like, oh, she's grateful for where she is now. Eyes have not seen what I'm going to do for you if you're grateful right now.
That's it.
So yeah, oh my God. So yeah, continue. Tell us how. Okay, so tell us about some of the favorite films that you worked on and some of the experiences that you've had in the industry that makes your mind just say, oh my God, thank you that I'm here.
So the funny thing was, I got the job through through a makeup artist that's a professional makeup artist in the industry. And I heard through, I think it's local 479, because I didn't know where to go. I drove up here and I got my license. I'm like, where do I go? So I went to 479. They're like, okay, you're in the wrong place. You're supposed to go local 798. And I was okay. So they gave me a profound makeup artist. She's been in the industry for 30 years. Miss Cher, I think it is. Char, that's her name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I connected with her in 2019. It was 2020, right before it was going to close out.
Okay.
And she was working on a show. She said, I heard about you. I do makeup, but I want to try to help you out.
Oh,
she gave me DeAndre's information, and she told me about a flyer. So I was all excited and I came on up here and I got the job. And my first girl, I was dressed with my almost diamond earrings and everything because I didn't know how to dress.
You didn't know how long we was gonna be on set.
I didn't know anything. I just thought I'm working for the movies. I got to be on point. So I come in there all like, everybody looking at me like, girl, what is one? I was so excited, but Deandra was amazing. She walked up to me and she's like, "Nice to meet you." And she showed me my area, what I'll be doing. She really gave me the rundown because I asked her, "What's the backstory?" And you got to tell the story about the people that helped you.
Oh, you better tell.
Because Deandra, oh my God, she broke it down and she said, when you're in certain places, you have to learn how to be invisible. Learn how to be invisible and be okay with that.
That's a nugget.
That's the nugget.
That's a nugget. Catch it. Please catch it. Please catch that one.
Oh my goodness. And don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal.
Don't take it personal and learn and glean and watch and listen.
Yes.
So through Jerome, I guess that was his show at the time, and she was his key. And they were all just, really encouraging me. And then people started calling them and they started telling them about me. They was like, "Oh, well, Nadia's available. Nadia's available." I tell you guys, I worked. I think it was Jennifer Wilson that hired me on another show with Lavora. That's how I met her. And it just kept going and going. Miss Tracy Moss, all the different ones that began to encourage me. And as I saw the doors opening, they told me, they said, "All right, bring it down a notch. You don't have to be that dressed up. You don't got to be that beat when you tell me." Y'all, I was doing the absolute most. You hear me? And Maurice Bowman and Jason, the one cool kid, all of them, they would pull me to the side and they would encourage me and tell me, "Hey, listen, just stay in your lane, do your business, and just help whenever you see it, and don't try to stick up under people. Go put your name out there. Talk to people. Talk to
everybody.
Talk to everybody.
Don't just stick with one person like this, my friend.
Right.
No. Talk to everybody because that is how you network and that's how you get in other doors.
That's right.
And nobody's telling you to like be a chatty catty or anything like that. But introduce yourself. Just introduce yourself and say, "Hi, I'm such and such. If you need me on any other sets, just let me know." That's all you got to say.
That's right.
That's it. And they'll remember you by your work, not by what you say.
Yes, your character.
Your character and your work. And they watching you. When I tell you they watching you, they watching you, okay? They watching you. And you go, they watching you.
They watching you. She been gone for 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, they watching you. They watching you. So you need to make sure that you are on your P's and Q's at all times.
Yes. And that is so important. I've learned and I'm still learning. I'm still gleaning. Even just watching you on set and watching your other friend, I can't remember her name. Latoya. She is
my baby.
Y'all are like all you guys are like this. Y'all like twins to me. When I talk to her, I think y'all got the same spirit, and I love it.
That's why I love it so much.
And all the encouragement and watching you guys. I'm remembering when I first got out of hair school, they told me you need to be in a salon for a year. I went to work in a multicultural salon because I want to know how to do everyone's hair. So when they invited me about 6 months ago to come talk to the students at Georgia Tech, because they mentioned that, my journey. And I said, you know what? The first thing I told them, I said, one thing you have to try and do is be relaxed and learning other cultures' hair.
That's very true.
If you're trying to grow and trying to even be in the entertainment industry, you have to learn and get more comfortable. So I told the students, I said, I know you might be, okay, well, they're the same culture as me. They're the same race as me. Let's connect. And they were all saying that's what they do because everyone's afraid for someone else to do their hair. So I said, well, this is the best time because you have your teacher here. And you guys mingle, get to learn everybody. That's what it's just for. That's what hair is for. It's not when you come work in the industry, you can't sit down in another culture, Japanese or something, sit in my chair. I can't say, "Oh, I don't know how to do that." Well, you're not ready. So that's the thing. You have to understand that you open yourself up, broaden your understanding, your wisdom, and your knowledge with all cultures.
All cultures.
And once I saw that, I always love that. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're constantly learning, constantly evolving, but learning all cultures. And when I put it to work, one time they called me, I had to go on the movie Wolfpack. And they said, "Nadia, we need somebody to come in here and cut one of the guys' hair, Caucasian guys, and oh my God, I was like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean,
I was ready.
That's it.
Because
That's it.
you know, not saying that it's you know, the all in all, but it's everything when you can open up to anybody.
Yes.
And that's how you want to try to get your heart and your walk in the hair industry is to learn how to open up to all cultures.
That's very true. That's another nugget for them to take with them because it's so important.
Yeah, it is very extremely important.
You're not gonna just have African Americans or Caucasian people on your set or in your chair. You're gonna have all kinds of nationalities in your chair, and you need to learn how to do everything. And that's what I always told myself when I got in the industry: learn how to do everything. So money is green. So you know, like you don't have anybody that can tell you no because all doors are open because you know how to do everything. That's right. So that's so important.
That's right.
Is there any pivots in your life that are coming up that you are interested in doing besides being in the industry? Anything that you are like about to pivot towards or have aspirations towards?
Yes, well, I think it's been about 6 or 7 years. I started my own hair product. Well, it's a 3-part shampoo system, and because my clients, I have been doing hair for 30 years, I started having clients with hair that was thinning, and you know, getting to the point where I'm like, okay, what can I do? Because now it's almost out of my hands.
Right.
So I came up with this organic product. It's a 3-part system, and it's been amazing.
Oh my God.
I got a new product out in that. It's the leave-in conditioner, and it's really good. It's excellent. That's one thing I'm pivoting towards. And the other thing,
congratulations,
thank you. I know you got your hair product too.
Definitely come back on the show once you get your products, and so we can, you know, definitely advertise them and everything.
Yes, I appreciate that. Yes. So, and the next thing is, you know, I sing. I kind of like put it in the back burner. So I did do a pre-album some years ago, but that's some things I've written all my songs and things like that. It's a lot of people that are reaching out to me now to get back in the studio. So that's another thing I want to do.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
I love to sing too. I don't know, you know, I can't sing like, you know, I can sing like Arlene, put it that way.
And that's the best part about it.
I can sing like myself.
That's the best part. I sing like myself. You know, I don't want to, you know, put this big old thing in Beyonce in the tussle. No. Because actually, it's so funny because I don't even go on that. So the funny thing is, Leandra Johnson, the singer, the gospel singer, back in the day, she used to come sing with us when she was like 21, 22. And I was over the praise team, for like 20-something years. Wow. So she used to come and sing. Me and her be out the church singing. Yeah. So right before she went on Sunday Best, I seen her and I was like, girl, what's up? I said, the best thing on me is for you to put me on your album. Oh my God. Because nobody ain't gonna listen to me like they're gonna listen to you. So we just made a joke about it. And right after that, maybe 3 weeks, she was on Sunday Best and she
told that show up.
Yeah, she's always been that singer like that, even since she was younger.
I can tell. I can tell she was born to sing.
Born to sing. Like amazing.
She has an amazing voice.
Yes. So and it was connection. I did her mom's hair for years.
Yeah.
That me and her, so we had a good connection, me and Bianca.
That's so great.
And the last thing is I do poetry.
You have so much in common.
I love it. Yes. And we haven't even talked about it. No, we haven't even talked about it.
I didn't know you could sing. I didn't know none of this stuff.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I'm working on my poetry, and I plan to, you know, get that out.
That is so good.
This time that we have this stretch right now,
it's needed. It's needed.
I'm gonna be 24/7 when I'm off. I'm actually working in a multicultural salon right now.
Okay.
But I get off early, like 4 o'clock. So
yeah.
I have a lot of time to work, and I'm also working on cryptocurrency. I'm working on foreign trade.
Yes.
So that's a lot of things I'm gleaning towards.
That's good.
But I love doing hair.
Yeah, that's number one.
Yeah, that's number one.
That's number one. Is there anything you can leave to our audience before we close our show today?
Yes. Well, I guess I could say the main thing is when you do become that person that your mom, your dad, your grandmother, whoever has spoken to you that you will become in the industry, never forget where you came from.
Ooh.
Always be around people. Not everybody that you'll stay around, but there are some people in your life you know that are genuine.
Yes.
always
Yes.
keep a mentor in your life that'll tell you the truth.
Oh yes. Oh my
Because
God.
sometimes we, in the Bible, it says that in our own eyes, we think we're right about everything. So I would say stay as a servant. Really, what a stylist is a person that serves.
Yeah, really, you better say that
forever. That's what it is.
That's what we are. We are serving the public.
And this little things that I'm hearing about people on Instagram, and people want to hear their voice and talk to them. They're saying, no, I only book and you can only see me when you show up. I understand if you got, a certain level and you can't really talk to everyone on the phone, but some type of way, be personable.
Yes. Oh
Make
my God.
the people feel comfortable, and you'll have a lifelong career.
Ooh,
but if you just stick with just your age people, maybe 20, 25, 30, glean for everyone. Yes. Open up because sometimes the people retired got the tip money. Because the ones going to school, they're trying to figure out how they're going to get it for free.
Exactly. And it be big tip money too.
Big tip money. Big tip money. Yeah. So that's what I would say. I would say always stay, open. Be like liquid, always open and ready. Even if you and that person, the department heads, all in the same room, you never know what you can learn. Yes, you'll always be able to glean and learn when you stay humble. That's what I would say.
Thank you so much. Yes. And just being like liquid. When you said be like liquid, Latoya, when I interviewed her, she said the same thing.
I love her.
She said be like water. She said be like liquid. So this is the second time a guest has come on our show and said that. Yes. So thank you so much, Nadia. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you coming on the show. Amazing talent and an amazing spirit. And God bless you in everything you do. And if there's anybody in the industry, and I know people in the union are watching this, y'all better hire my girl.
Oh, I'm ready.
Every set, because this girl right here is gold.
Oh my goodness.
Thank y'all. See y'all next time.